Hello to all my pals out there. I hope you're having a fabulous Saturday so far. It's about to get even better as we hop into practice Paladin law once again. It is the final day of this trial, and Von Karma will be receiving karma, hopefully. Let's begin, shall we? What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Zeph. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles. Huh? Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Zeph? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Zeph. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edge ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty... edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Zeph? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and... who else? You mean me, right? Objection! He means me! Hey Celeste, how's it going? Having a good day so far? Nah, he means me. Right, Zeph? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Zeph? You are? How am I doing? I'm doing alright, thank you for asking. Glad to hear you're having a good day. Not a whole lot I can think of going on, just, relaxing, enjoying the weekend, and playing games. Yeah. Starting things off with some Phoenix Wright here, and, we're on the last day of our trial, so we have to do some investigating before we return to court and face Von Karma once again. So let's make this investigation count. Enough with the silent treatment. Zeph? Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a Paladin. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a Paladin, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kinda forgot. Okay, Zeph, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today and that's final. Okay, okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember Larry. Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. It was you. Thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with them. Admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us. We're not gonna play with you anymore. No borrowing my eraser. You shouldn't be allowed in the race. Or the library committee. Give me back that 50 cents. Now, Phoenix, you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Or, Zephyr. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. And that's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is, everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. And that's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. And that's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kinda personally, you see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a Paladin. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a Paladin, just like my father. A famous Paladin. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark suspicions of a demon inquisitor. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I didn't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a paladin? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a paladin, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Zeph. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Zeph. 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean some of this evidence out I no longer need. Alright, let's go. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? Got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Thank you for the redeem. How's it going, Yubei, Akizawa? Hope you're having a good day. Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. You think you know the anime that showed for that picture? Oh, I have no idea what it's from, to be honest. I just picked a picture and went with it. Oh, one other thing. Eep. No one going to the woods today. The woods? Where Lotto was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. You've seen it before, but don't remember the anime. It has animal girls. Oh, huh. I admit I haven't been keeping up on my anime shows for a little while, but if you do happen to remember it, let me know. I guess Lada's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing yous tomorrow. Yeah, good luck, Gumshoe. In the meantime... Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. It's been years, so you don't think I remember. Ah, gotcha. That's okay. It's interesting that you've seen it before, though. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Ah, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Yes, that is true. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. And bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Nobody's home. Hello? Hello? Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello? Hello? I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello? Hello? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Zeph. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. We need to check everything in this place. Doesn't look like he used this kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Say, Zeph, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you? You know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Except maybe the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? Ah! What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. That fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. That reminds me, Zeph. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228! What? Let's open it, Zeph. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Zeph, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. No name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Zeph, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake. Getting on the boat. Firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Zeph? I don't know. It looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. There's nothing left in the safe. I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't even think he came back here after the trial. Where else is there to go? I guess we could share this with the police. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming in today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. Shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Maybe we can talk to Edgeworth while we're here? You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I do seem to remember something like that. Zeph, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Zeph became a Paladin. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Soulstice? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become an Inquisitor anyways? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a Paladin, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Soulstice, but I'm not that good a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. That Paladin got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. Oh, I wonder why it didn't play. It should have played again. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. That was the crux of Yogi's Paladin's argument in court. He claimed Jnana Yogi had been not sound of mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate Paladins. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. Learned everything I know of the courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Zeph. He's a perfectionist in all things. In courts, in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unresolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. No, now's not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. I wonder what would happen if I showed him this. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me. Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Soulstice, but I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says, this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Jnana Yogi was a court bailiff at that time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Oh, looks like we have an ad break coming up in a minute. Let's go ahead and switch over to words on stream here. Okay, let's begin. Oh, now I see the word. I have to wait for the next segment. I don't know if cooking's in there. I'm willing to bet cooing is as well, like a bird cooing. Excellent. What about like a conch, like a sound? There. Or if you like nick something, like you take it. All right, we got this one in the bag. Just have to put in cook for the next word. There. Now's a good chance to get some water and stretch. All right, time for the next round. This one's interesting. Huh. Why can't I think of any other words at the moment? There we go. That said, it's still gonna be tough to think of anything else. Okay. Let's go ahead and get ready to hop back into Phoenix right here. Alright, we are back from the ad break. Welcome back, everybody. Let's resume. Don't shout, you'll just use more oxygen. And that's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Soulstice. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? Are you... Stop breathing my air! No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from the day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it is real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Oh, this is bad. What are we gonna do, Zeph? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Zeph. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Grossberg said we could stop by his office. Mr. Grossberg.
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look terribly troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened.
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He's He...
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father?
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, why do you two look so troubled, eh?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. Yes, this leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, and it was in fact real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrecoverably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a paladin without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff Yanni Yogi.
And yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless.
What if I show you this letter? What would you think of it?
Uh-huh, so this is the letter. Does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled paladin, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that's one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh.
You'll understand soon enough.
Wait. What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? You have any idea who wrote this?
Well, I think it's reasonable to suspect the man who tries to be perfect in all things. Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself.
What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote that letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as an Inquisitor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of being an Inquisitor.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, to go to the sea or to, the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Zeph? Von Karma's gonna bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Soulstice. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Mr. Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Zeph, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Soulstice, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials. We gotta go there. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check the records room again? Well, now, I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room? Zeph, let's hurry. Indeed. Just what is going on here? Hold on. There we go. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Zeph? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow, these are all case reports? Yeah, looks like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report is in here too, quietly gathering dust. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says, Unsolved Cases, Evidence. Unsolved cases? Zeph! The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What?
What are you doing in here?
Von Karma!
You. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember paladins. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere paladin? Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear paladin, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a paladin last this long.
Oh. Hey, Imuraku, what is up? I'm doing good, buddy. How about yourself? We are on the last day of trial to help our buddy Edgeworth. As a paladin must protect the innocent, we are doing so as well. But there is still the obstacle of Von Karma here. You doing well? Nice, nice.
Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then clearly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6 in court tomorrow. Doesn't seem like there's anything else to talk about except for this letter. Mr. Grossberg said that if we had to, we should bring it up with the man himself. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear Paladin. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What? Zeph, what is that thing? A stun gun. For self-defense, usually. Also, that face. Holy crap.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now, give me the letter. No. No! Well, what are you...
Zeph, run!
Ah! Maya! Out of my way! He got us. The letter's gone, of course. He took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya? Maya, open your eyes. Maya.
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer, a paladin, or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. This is it. The big day. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea?
Sorry, Zeph. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Zeph.
Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma didn't push him too hard. Well, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge?
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Oh yeah, pal. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after all that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The Inquisition is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the Inquisition submit decisive evidence. Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker is yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
I'm really sorry about that, just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? Nah, I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Soulstice, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Maybe I'll press this next. Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma, but no one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you don't have anything to do with the incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Just how am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Soulstice. Very well, witness. Please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Soulstice. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. Well, I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be this same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Soulstice? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? But of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. But both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Soulstice, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying... You say you know who this witness is? But of course, Your Honor. Haha, now this is interesting. It's time for an ad break here. So let's go ahead and switch over to words on stream before we make that reveal here. Got it. Trying to get some water in before I do some more reading here. Okay. And a bit of a stretch while I'm at it. Okay. Now that I'm back.
Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. We're just wrapping up words on stream. Alright, back to the trial. I'd like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. We're basically walking into his trap, or so he thinks. He wants this to go to DL6. Mr. Soulstice, please tell us this witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusion again, Mr. Soulstice. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Allow me to repeat once more, this witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, I've got nowhere else to go. Zeph, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Soulstice. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers while working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk, tisk, tisk. What will you do now, Mr. Soulstice? Seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Zeph, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Soulstice, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Zeph? No, you're not going to. Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Zeph, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game? Oh yeah, I'm doing it. That parrot has valuable info. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma has rigged every person's testimony and every piece of evidence. Except for the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well. Witness, who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Hello! Hello! Certainly the most concise testimony we've heard so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right.
What are you gonna do, Zeph?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Alright, let's press on it. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Well, there was that one time when we said, have we forgotten something, and it said something of interest, so, let's make it respond to that. As I recall, 2 days ago...
Polly, have we forgotten something?
What? Don't forget DL6! What? If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello, what?
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello, what?
Uh-oh, it's not working, Zeph. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Soulstice? Wait a minute. Don't tell me that Von Karma expected this, too. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond if we'd asked if we'd forgotten anything? Oh, hey Dane, thanks for the lurk. Witness, you are here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrots.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her.
You love the music for this game? Oh yeah. Not just this game, but pretty much every Capcom game, I think they do a good job with it. It does fit the mood very well.
We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Alright. What else can we make the parrot say? I guess we'll just go through the options. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
1228! 1228! My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Soulstice, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? Well,
Actually, it's funny you mention that because even that does have something to do with it. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
There's got to be something that has the date of... Yep, here we go. The date of the DL6 incident. It's a start.
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Soulstice, where in this file is something related to that safe number?
That should be on the case summary. It's the first page.
It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which DL6 occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Ah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. That has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
And where am I gonna find that? Zeph, we're getting closer. One more. If I can get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly, what's your name? Polly, what?
Mr. Soulstice, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
You know, what if I look more closely? Aha! Yanni Yogi. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. So of course it's connected. Yes, it does.
Ha, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Zeph, don't you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity once again is the DL6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is the proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Soulstice, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
Well, it's on suspect data.
On the suspect data page.
This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly?
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible. A mere coincidence, that's all.
My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Solstice... Wait, in order to make that joke make sense. My granddaughter has a dog that she calls Zephyr. Well, Zephyr Soulstice, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Zeph, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order! Yanni Yogi, so it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. Told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who'd sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Zeph, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Objection! The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Ah, it's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, Soulstice. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy, I tell you. Zeph? What are you doing? Huh. Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight's just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Soulstice. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm an inquisitor. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Ah, the same claim Mr. Yogi had made. Very well. Mr. Soulstice, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Let's start pressing. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. The gun fired once? Yes. I think. After I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. How could someone have... if they were unconscious from the deprivation of oxygen, how could that even happen? But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out and fast. I'd better take a look at the evidence that I have. If there is only one shot, why is there a bullet hole there? Not just in the body, but in the... Alright. Objection! So, there was only one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot, and then the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Take a look at this. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. And
in it lies a clear contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony. Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there. But what do you mean a contradiction? Just as I thought, the judge is clueless as always. Let's show him where. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies there is only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one but two shots were fired. One hit the victim, and the other the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth hear only one gunshot? This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? Might have been there before the incident occurred. If it was there before, then it has nothing to do with this incident. Mr. Soulstice, do you have proof that this bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident? Oh, now that's interesting. I should have thought about that earlier. Do I have proof? Let's think about that while we take a ad break here. So let's go ahead and switch over to words on stream again. Oh, I think I know what the word is. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Well, that means this is... Really? Why would you have cockatoo but not... I don't know. That's weird. That is weird. It's a word game. Why would you not have that? Okay. Really? Camo is not in there? Well, that's not good. Don't know what else to say. Alright. Let's head back to Phoenix Wright, shall we? Do we have proof the bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident? I think I need to review everything I know about this case a little bit more to be sure of that. There has to be something. Otherwise I'd come all this way for nothing. Let's just go with it. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. No, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Soulstice, show us your proof. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident? I can't prove directly that as for the door itself, but I can show the bullet. Mr. Soulstice, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked. I don't really mean any harm by it, Your Honor. Not meaning any harm, and not doing any harm are two different things, Mr. Soulstice. Try again, Mr. Soulstice. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related? What if... we need to establish something... But what? Oh, just take a moment to stand up here, because my watch is telling me to. Okay. So... it's still too early to make the leap that this has something to do with it. What if we first establish that by saying... what do we say? The next best thing I have to say is that it seems like no clues were found. No, that doesn't exactly. Oh, I feel like I'm grasping at straws here. What else can I say? It's still weird I'm holding onto this photo, but what could it possibly be? I don't know if this will work, but I'm just going to present it for now. Your Honor, the answer is in this file. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page shows the link between this bullet hole and the DL6 incident? We showed 2 pages, but maybe it's on that 3rd page. When I take a look at it more closely... Yeah, the victim data. Right. The murder weapon was fired twice. Only 1 bullet in the heart. Of course. Should have looked at that more closely. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. Order! Order! Mr. Soulstice, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Soulstice, but who else could that someone be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Soulstice, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary on page 1. Look at what it is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. Well, that's just stupid if the gun was fired twice. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Soulstice has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How does this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Zeph? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Zeph? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Zeph. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person. Someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Zeph. Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. right now.
Indeed.
Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind has gone blank and I can't find the words.
Mr. Soulstice?
I do have one objection.
Objection!
Your Honor. I object.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Soulstice, on what grounds do you object?
Oof. Zeph? I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Soulstice.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed.
What?
But we've just heard proof it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer?
Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Soulstice. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search? Why, it's actually, interesting you mentioned that, Your Honor, because they didn't need it. They wouldn't have spent the time looking for the stray bullets. Because... What's wrong, Mr. Soulstice? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. Don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Soulstice?
Yes, Your Honor? I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Soulstice? What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you'd have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head. Well, what if that's what really happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Soulstice, you are truly the most unpredictable of Paladin I've ever known. I can tell you are grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Zeph. Huh. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Well, I'll be. Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Soulstice? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? No, I think we have to put the pressure on, and then provide proof. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Soulstice. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. The what? Von Karma! Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The Inquisitor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Soulstice? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Zeph, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Zeph? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait a minute. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Soulstice, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Oh, heck yeah. Alright, Von Karma, let's prove it. I'll even use evidence, and I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery and leave an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely he performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do.
there is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible? For all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, baby, look at that. He's sweating. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Zeph, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Soulstice who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Soulstice? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Soulstice. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought that you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here is my final proof. The nail in the coffin. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, and then, if the markings match, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So, it was you. You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death, death, death! 15 years earlier. Chief Inquisitor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth? It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yeah! Whew.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Zeph, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside, you crushed him, Zeph. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Soulstice? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Soulstice. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Woo! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Just gonna push back the ads here. Hopefully that's enough time to wrap this up. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ahem. Woo! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it at a time. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Zeph. My life's over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Zeph, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Zeph. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Zeph. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Soulstice? Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? It's $38, Soulstice. Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but not a lot either. $38 exactly? Zeph, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, Solstice? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Solstice, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh, I know. Really, Solstice, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Oh, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth? You should have told me! Now, Zeph, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a paladin because of what you two did. Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, you get worked up too easily, too. Death! Death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd known, I'd have become an inquisitor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. Look, we have an ad break coming up. Oh, and thankfully I can start to push it back again. We are so nearly done. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became an inquisitor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a paladin after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, Solstice? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner's on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town after that. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Zeph. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Zeph. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Zeph? Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Zeph. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yeah, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Zeph.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
She's the one who got this bullet.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence that we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Zeph.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya.
Thanks, Zeph.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice paladin that I once was. Now, a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha, don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Soulstice, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Well, let's go ahead and let the credits run, shall we? Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Woo! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Zeph? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Misty is a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Who? Soulstice? Yeah, I remember him. Hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Zephyr Soulstice? Ah, the Paladin for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. You should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. You should stop by if you're in the area, please. Oh, it's you. Zephyr Soulstice. Ah, Mia's understudy, was he not? Wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mean Zephyr Soulstice? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Zephyr. You know, they're finally putting on the yap. I am pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I'm sure that Mr. Soulstice, I owe him a great deal. I keep my face out in the public eye until the show's over, though. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Solstice? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy my tender age. Yeah, I remember Solstice. That Paladin guy. Oh, me? Well, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh, this time we have ads coming in a minute and I cannot skip them. Hey, look at that. Ah! Well, I'll be. Hahaha, nice. Well, I'll be. They do have the 5th episode here. I'll be darned. That's gonna be one heck of a case, though. Not sure how soon I want to do that one, but maybe in the near future we'll get to it. We got through the main game, though. Looks like I can't pause it during this scene here. Alright, so that's where we will leave things for today, I think. Let's go ahead and close the game. What a spot to end, though. Wondering what this new and final case in the first game could be. Anyhow, thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate it. It's been awesome of you. Let's go ahead and see who is online and available to raid. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my raid message. We're gonna raid Nadia, the girl in the cave playing Repo. So let's go ahead and prep that. Bloop. And then our raid message. Here we go. Right. Without further ado, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. As always, I've been your host, Zephyr Soulstice, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Catch you later.